There's one small idea I've come across about being happy after 50, and I'll be honest, the first time I heard it, I thought it sounded too simple to be true. We spend so much of our lives believing happiness is somewhere out ahead of us, something we have to get, build, or earn. And this idea quietly turns that whole thing on its head. It's the kind of thing that once you actually see it, you start noticing it everywhere. So stay with me for the next few minutes because I want to unpack it slowly. And I think by the end, it might change how you look at this entire chapter of your life. So here it is, the idea, plain and simple. I've come to believe that happiness after 50 isn't something you add to your life, it's something you uncover in your life that you already have. Because the two things pull in completely opposite directions. One says happiness is out there somewhere, waiting to be collected, and the other one says that it's already here, waiting to be seen. And I want to sit with the second one for a while because I think most of us have spent our entire lives believing the first. Let's back up and be honest about where the adding idea came from. Most of us were handed it early in our life. Work hard, get the promotion, buy the house, hit the next milestone, and happiness shows up at the end like a reward for a job well done. And for a while, that story works, doesn't it? You reach something, you feel great, you feel happy, but here's what nobody warns us about. That happiness fades every single time. You get the thing, the good feeling settles, and pretty soon your eyes drift towards the next thing to add. I don't say that with any bitterness. I've lived it for decades. I just think that somewhere along the way, the math stops working. Because if happiness is always the next thing you add, then by definition, you've never actually had it. It's always one step ahead. And after 50, a lot of good men quietly wear themselves out, chasing a finish line that keeps moving. Now, if it's already here, here's the honest question. Why is it so hard to see? Why don't we just notice it? I think because noticing is a quiet skill, and most of us spend 30 years training the opposite. We got really, really good at scanning for what's missing in our life. It's made us providers, problem solvers, men who get things done. Scanning for the gap, then closing it, that was the whole job. But that same habit that served us so well turns on us in this chapter. Because now, when we scan our lives, we're wired to land on what's gone. The role, the full house, the younger body, and what's still here goes invisible, precisely because it never sets off the alarm. So this isn't a character flaw, and it's not you being ungrateful. It's a well-worn habit, and honestly, habits can be changed. That's the hopeful part. Seeing what's already here is a muscle, and it's one that you can start working today. If this is landing with you, subscribe and follow for more. We're a community of men figuring out this chapter together, and you belong here. You're not walking this alone. So let me tell you what I've noticed happens when a man actually starts practicing it. It doesn't arrive like fireworks. It's much quieter than that. It starts as one moment a day where you catch yourself and think, this right here, right now, this is good. The coffee, the walk, the phone call that went on longer than expected. At first, it feels almost too small to count, but those small moments start stacking, and slowly, the background hum of your life shifts from not quite enough to actually this is a lot. Same house, same routine, same age, nothing outside of you had to change. You just stopped waiting for the next thing to make you happy and start letting the things you already have here do the job they were always able to do. That's not a better life you went out and got. It's the same life, finally seen clearly. So here's where I'll leave you, my friend. This one idea, That happiness after 50 is uncovered, not added, doesn't ask you to overhaul anything. It doesn't ask you to chase harder or to achieve more. It just asks you to look at your own ordinary day with clearer eyes. And you can start that today. The next quiet moment you get, instead of scanning for what's missing, just try noticing one thing that's already good. That's the whole practice. That's happiness quietly catching up to you. So let me ask you, what's one good thing that you already have in your life right now? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one and I love to know. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one.